Listen, I couldn't even imagine back then I'd still be alive at this age, I tell you.
Mm,
The
mm.
way my life was.
Ok, Chuck.
Ram Ram.
Ram Ram, how you doing?
I'm doing very well, KD. I'm so
Very
happy.
good.
I'm so happy to be here with you today.
Thank
And
you. Good.
yes, yes. So where are you tuning in from?
Actually, I'm up in a place called Menla Institute. It's in Phoenicia, New York. It's a healing center based on Tibetan Buddhism. It's run by Tibet House, New York, Bob Thurman and his wife Nena, and it's an amazing place. Really beautiful place.
Beautiful, beautiful. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk today a little bit about music as therapy. Okay,
Aha.
the therapeutic aspect of music.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you know something about that,
I
actually.
don't know if it ever worked for me.
But you once said that you once admitted that music saved your ass.
Yeah, it saved my ass, that's for sure. Not just music, but in my case, what we call in India the chanting, the meditative chanting. You know, I mean, music is extraordinarily powerful, and it can calm your heart and your mind and bring you much peace. But it's temporary. It doesn't last. So what I do is I do these spiritual practices, meditative practices from India, which are musical. But it's also the repetition of mantras, and the mantras have their own power. So it's like when a kid needs to take medicine, you have to hide the medicine in a sweet syrup, you know. And in this case, the medicine is the mantras, the sounds. That's what cures the disease and the sickness. But the syrup is why you take, because it tastes good, so you take the medicine. So they work together. But you know, if music was enough, every musician would be happy. And you know, that's not the case.
It's not the case, especially in rock and roll music. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah,
the case.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
and but so expanding on this, so mantra, the practice of mantrayana or chanting, saved your life in a way. Would you
Very
like to
much. Yeah.
expand why did it save your life? Let's go back a little bit.
Let's go back. Okay. Well, first of all, it empowers a person to. It empowered me to be able to find a way to get through the day and without hurting myself, without being destructive, without my usual nasty habits beating me up. You know, because it's a way that you can actually collect yourself and bring yourself to a peaceful place uh, without thinking about it too much. It works. It doesn't work in the head. It works in the heart and in the body too. So it's not something you think about or you kind of have to understand intellectually. It's a practice that through the repetition of these sounds, the mind and the heart actually open up and calm down. And which is very important, especially these days when the outside world is in such a mess.
Yes.
Uh, it's very important for people to be able to find a way to get through the day without melting down every day. You know.
Absolutely, it's a key practice in this day and age in this Kali Yuga. You confessed that sometime in the 80s you were strung out on freebase cocaine for a year and a half, and you were going down.
You're
Uh,
not going to let me forget that, huh? Okay.
no, you declared that somehow. Uh,
Well, you know, I do have to tell the truth that,
yeah.
yeah. Well, I was in very bad shape. I just couldn't find a way to be in the world that worked for me, you know, and so I just kind of the first thing that freebase cocaine was extraordinarily addictive, and it's very dangerous and very bad for you and very destructive. And I got very addicted immediately to it. Some friend of mine turned me on, and immediately I got very completely addicted. And it showed you that I had a lot of very negative stuff inside of me that I just wanted to hide from, and I couldn't deal with. And that was a way of kind of short circuiting my head. Of course, it would have killed me, but my Indian father, who was a great yogi, uh, he came to visit to America to visit some of the old Westerners who had been in India in the old days, and he took one look at me and he went, "You promise me now, or you will give up cocaine. Promise me now," like that. And
He knew.
I I couldn't say no to him. So I said, "Okay." And from that moment to this moment, not one tiny little desire for cocaine, which, as you know, is a miracle.
It is.
People fight their whole lives with these
Yeah.
addictions, and every day is a battle. But he took it away. He was really a very great yogi, and he just took it away and saved me.
Well, you were very,
Uh,
very lucky to
very
find it.
lucky, because I couldn't do it myself. I was gone. I was going down.
And
I was
so,
going
and
down.
so, KD, what was the root of your despair? Why did you end up like that in a way? I mean, there was some personal reason, or
Well, to tell you the truth, I think it's something that we all have. I think I had a lot of self-hatred, a lot of self-loathing. I just didn't love myself. I didn't care. I didn't I, I didn't like myself. I don't know where it came from or why, but I didn't take care of myself. I didn't want to be here. I couldn't deal with things. I wasn't getting what I wanted in life, and I didn't know how to work this. I just wanted to get out. And that was unfortunately a very easy but destructive way to kind of short circuit my life. And it would have killed me if I had continued any longer.
thank you for sharing that. Thank you for your honesty. And how did you discover that kirtan and playing in front of people was the key of your healing journey?
Well, I was very, very depressed, especially after giving up cocaine, and I was just left with me. And after about a year, I was uh, I was sitting in my room, and I walked from one room to the other, and I was struck by a lightning bolt.
Oh,
And at that minute, I knew that if I did not sing with people, because previously in India, I had been singing a lot, early on in the 70s.
yes.
And if I did not sing with people, I would never be able to clean out the dark shadows in my own heart. And I could see very clearly it was from those dark places, those dark shadows, that all my unhappiness was coming. And I had to find a way to clean it out. And that in that moment, I understood very deeply that the chanting with people, which is what I had previously done and stopped, uh, that was the only way I had that I could save myself.
And what about
And
your first kirtan? So that then you were playing in India, and then you started your first kirtan in New York, I think, at Jiva Mukti. Was that
yeah,
right?
yeah, Jiva Mukti, yeah.
How was that? Yeah.
Well, I went down and I spoke to David and Sharon, and I said, I used to be in India. I used to sing. Maybe I could lead some chanting. Yeah, okay, come on Monday night. So I came down on Monday night, and there were 10 people there. And I later found out they had to be there. They were part of the teacher training. So I sang for about 20 minutes, and then David and Sharon did Q&A and talking with people. And that went on for a few months, maybe. Every Monday that I was in New York, I would come down. And then one day I showed up and David and Sharon had gone to India. So I sang for like 3 hours, right?
Yes.
And every Monday, they were gone for months. And every Monday I would sing and the word started to spread and people started to come. And by the end of the time, there were 50, 60 people. And then after that, there were 100, 150 people. Then David and Sharon came back one day and I came back and they were there. And we said, oh, how you doing? You know? So we sat down together in front of the group and I started singing and I forgot they were there. And I kept singing. After about an hour, I went, and I looked over at them and I went like, and they just went like, okay.
Okay.
And so Monday became my night. So
Monday night
that's,
kirtan.
it became, that's what happened, how it started.
And so today you fill up concert halls with plenty of people. Would you ever imagined back then that this would have been your path?
Listen, I couldn't even imagine back then I'd still be alive at this age, I tell you, the way my life was. So, no, absolutely not. And not only I'm able to do something that's I love doing, that's good for me. Who knew I could ever do anything that was good for me? And maybe it's not so bad for other people either, you know?
Yes.
Wow. How incredible is that?
Yes, because now you are starting a tour in South America, correct?
Yeah, we're going to, I haven't been there I used to go every year, but I haven't been there for maybe 10 or 12 years at least. We're going back to Brazil, Chile, and Argentina. And we're going to have a great time.
Beautiful. And so, did you face any criticism when you started playing kirtan in the States? Like, of course, in India, it was easy for you because everybody, you were with your guru and he would allow you to play all the time. But when you first started, you were
Yeah.
kind of a pioneer, right, in the States?
I guess kind of, yeah. There were other groups doing it, but I'm not a group. I have nothing to sell. There's nothing to join. You don't have to, you just come and sing and go home, you know? So nobody was really doing that. And as far as I know, but I just started because I had to. This is what I needed to do. And I don't remember much criticism because, I mean, nobody knew what to make of it in the first place. You know, what is this stuff anyhow? You know?
So you were, it was you, Jayutav, probably? Who else was there in that?
Jai was playing music, but he wasn't really doing kirtan. He was doing. There was some mantra in his music,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really this call and response practice, because that's what this chanting is. It's I sing a line and then the audience responds. No, Jai was great. I mean, he was doing beautiful, incredible music, but it wasn't exactly this kind of spiritual practice exactly like this.
So you were the first one? Can we say that? The first one in the States
I
that
don't know.
brought it.
Who knows what was going on? I don't know. Let's put it this way. I didn't know anybody else who was doing it, and I had nobody to ask, how do you do this? So I just sat down and started singing what I liked.
Yes,
And that's what I do now. I sing what I like.
you
And
sing.
apparently a few people also like it.
A few people like it. A lot of people like it too. And so, KD, kirtan is a practice, you said it before, that really drops the mind into the heart
Can do that.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it opens up your heart. So you go beyond your rational mind, and you suddenly,
can,
you can, in
Yeah.
a way or another.
Yeah.
So is that a form of meditation, you could say, or?
Oh, it's definitely meditation. There's no question about it. Anything that kind of allows the mind to settle and to free itself, even temporarily, from the crazy, obsessive flow of thinking that we are so glued to in our lives, you know, and identified with. And from all those thoughts comes all of our suffering, the things we believe about ourselves, the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves that we hate and don't like, you know. So in the practice, in those moments, it's very simple. You sing, and when you notice that you're not paying attention and you haven't been paying attention, you simply come back to the singing. Even though you've been singing in a room full of maybe 1,000 people, you haven't been paying attention. You haven't even been hearing what's been going on. So at some point you realize, oh, and then you come back. And that moment of coming back is a really, really big moment, even though it's so simple and so fleeting, because the next moment you're gone again.
Yes, it's very
And
subtle.
you're gone and you're gone until you notice you're gone. And then you go, oh, and you come back. And if you look at people, like if you go to a supermarket, right? And
Yes.
you're rolling your cart down the aisles, look around. There's nobody there. Nobody's home. Everybody's gone. Look, take a walk in the street. Everybody's lost in thoughts, lost in emotions, lost in reactions, completely out of control. No awareness, no presence in their life. And that's why we suffer so much, because we're not here. We're gone. And so these practices bring us back a little bit, and they give us a tremendous amount of strength to deal with the difficult stuff that comes up in everyone's life.
Yes, beautiful. It is so true. It is so true.
Yeah.
And you learned the practice of healing through music and of kirtan by meeting, by hanging out with your guru, correct? Neem Karoli Baba.
Yeah, I would say, well, also, yeah, definitely. He would love to hear us sing, so he would let us sing a lot. Uh, but in India, everywhere you go, somebody's ringing a bell, somebody's doing some chanting. It's such an amazing, well, it's a very multi-level place, but it's an incredible place for that. Everywhere you go, somebody's doing some worship, some singing, some chanting, and it kind of works on you, you know. And uh, when I was there, when I heard the chanting, I was blown away, because they really do it, you know. They really, boom, wow, they really give themselves to it. And in those days, in the 70s, that's over 50 years ago. There was there were very little television, very little stuff. So the chanting was something that people would do. A whole village would get together and do it. It was their life blood, you know. Now people are lost on their phones and in movies and everything. But in those days, the culture was still a little bit original, back to its original form, back in its original form. But
So,
yeah, so I just learned by absorbing whatever I tripped and fell into, you know.
and your guru, Neem Karoli Baba, said that love is the most powerful medicine. It is most powerful than electricity.
Yeah, that's what he said. Um, the kind of love he's talking about is not romantic love. It's not a kind of love that comes and goes. It's not a love you fall in or fall out of. It's the love. It's actually what we are made of. It's our own true nature. It's it's what's underneath all the stuff of our lives. It's a presence. It's being. It's our real. It's who we truly are. That's what lives within us. But we're not looking for it, and we're looking outwards at things, and so we suffer because we lose our connection to that, although it's always here. It couldn't be anywhere else. So, and it has the power, that love, that presence, that richness has a power to transform our lives if we can find it, if we begin to turn towards that place inside.
And chanting is one of the keys to do that, right?
It's certainly one of the ways you can do that, for sure. Yeah. And it's my main practice also.
Beautiful. So, KD, it was an honor, a pleasure talking to you, and good luck with your tour in South America.
Thank you, sweetheart. Good to see you again.
Good to
Thank
see you again. Thank you so much. Ram Ram.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.